Hello everyone, B Cross here, and today on First Descendant, what I want to show today is my Valby Wet Build. Now, I've been using Valby to farm. Now there has been, or people have not showed a new Valby spot to farm, which has been really great. It's the outpost in the fortress, so I've been farming that quite a bit. Now I'm going to show you the build that I use for it. So let's go into our Descendant build. So this is my wet build right here. So supply moisture to increase the crit attacks, multi maneuvering. I know a lot of people have different opinions about this, but I prefer this one because I do like swinging around over and over. And I did prestige this because it does give you additional module capacity. So as you can see, I'm actually at 85 rather than 80 because I prestige this. So I'm going with increased health for survivability. Then I got emergency measures and front lines for both crit damage and crit rate. Focus and dimension for cooldown and dimensional skills, as the two skills I'm primarily using will be the cleanup and the plop plop. It's basically whatever leaves water on the floor. Sometimes I'll use bubble bullet, but for the most part I just use these and rotate between both of them. So I'm also running nimble fingers for cooldown, maximize range for skill range, just so I could cover as much area as possible. Time distribution for more cooldown and HP, skill expansion for range, skill extension for duration, and focus on non-attribute, as she is a non-attribute character or descendant, so it does affect the damage it does. So basically I'm pretty overpowered with damage. Most most uh most enemies will die instantly, or at least within 2 hits. So this build right here, my wet build, is specifically for farming. Now I prestige most of my areas right here. I'm not prestiging these 2 spots right here because for these spots I am going to be rotating for my boss build, basically my tickle build right here. These 2 will be replaced. Maybe not this one so much, mostly this one right here, to whatever specific resistance I need. So for this video, I'm gonna go showcase the wet build. So basically, let's just get right into it. So weapon wise, let's go back here. Weapon wise, it doesn't really matter what you use. I just pick 3 random weapons, which I am working on proficiency so I could increase our mastery. So this entire build is specifically for mobbing and farming. My reactor I'm using is a materialized phaser reactor because it has both non-attribute and dimensional skills. It's not optimized. It has random skills at the bottom. I do need to work on this one. External components is all pure farming. So module drop rate, hyper drop rate. This one has consumable drop rate. This one has gold drop rate. Originally this was character drop XP, but because I'm max level already, it doesn't really matter. So this is gold drop rate, and this one is equipment drop rate. I was trying to figure out whether I could get gold drop rate on all of them, but I think it's only on the memory that you can get it. Maybe you could get it on the other ones. I'm not too sure, but we'll see. So this stats wise, basically it doesn't really show what our true stats are because I'm not standing on water. So we could look at that later. So for this one, we're gonna go to the fortress. This is the outpost over here in defense line. We spawn into this defense outpost and head down here. So this is a defensive line, and this is basically one of the best farms for Valby. So we are gonna go in hard mode. We're gonna go on private so I could showcase how well this works out. I am overpowered for this farm, but you don't actually need to have this much in order to efficiently farm this area. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump right in, and we're gonna head over there, and hopefully there's no timer. Hopefully it's up and ready. So one thing I like to do is check the map, mark it. So it looks like it is free. So usually if there is a timer, if you mark it, you can see the timer go down. So we're gonna go ahead over there, and then I'm gonna showcase just a little bit of how I farm. But since this is a 2-minute timer, typically I like to, after every run, I would go out and salvage everything, just because we're gonna fill up real fast. So the first thing I do is go here, teleport over here, and then I just go ahead and surf all the way around. So basically, my water damage will destroy all of these. So I just have to go past it. With the amount of range I put on this, it basically covers quite a big area. So I'm just gonna go one around, just trying to cover as much area as I can, just for fun. So I get that one a little bit. So I don't have MP recovery, so I'm not gonna be getting any MP from killing mobs. So I have to be aware of all of the mana drops. So at this point, it does take a short minute, or a few seconds before a mob starts showing up. But I'm gonna go ahead and keep it covered. So basically, you can see everyone's just dying right away. So typically in this area, there are quite a lot of people that come here now because of how popular this became. It typically you won't find a lot of Valbys because there's so many other people trying to level up their characters, hoping that there's a Valby here. So right now I am just using my surfing skills. I already forgot what it's called. But now that the mobs are here, I can start rotating this, because this skill right here does cover quite a bit of area. So we could just keep doing that over and over. So there's only a 2-minute timer here. We're not gonna be worried too much about the boss. Oh, dodge that. Oh, I didn't get away from it. And just keep circling it around. So you can see how much range I have because it covers everything really nicely. So it's typically, if anything, if you want to try to create a routine, start off on the inside right here. And then just kind of, once you go one circle around, and start working your way outwards. So now I'll do the inner one. Now I'm gonna go towards like the middle area, and then I'll start working my way onto the outer area. Typically, all you really need to do is the like middle area, because that's where they spawn. But with the build I have, I just kind of like to cover the whole area. It looks nice once you cover everything up. I should be pushing those further out. Oh, I got frozen. I'll be interrupting my skill. Oh, I didn't push it far enough. Just because of the amount of range that has, we could push that a lot further. It'll cover a lot more area. Right now, I'm just going back in the inner side, and then I'm gonna start working my way out again. Do this. Cover up the whole area. Go towards the middle. Just like this. So I made a full circle, then I'm gonna start going towards the outside of the base. So with the amount of cooldown I have, it's pretty much consistent where I could just keep doing this over and over. But there will be times in between where it has a short period before you could do it again. So that's why I would use the teleport skill. But we could also use bubble bullet as well, because bubble bullet covers quite a bit of area. So as you can see, I already filled up an inventory. I'm gonna head up here. Just like this. Hide up here for a few seconds, because what's gonna happen is, because I laid down so much water, I am damaging them still, so it's gonna think I'm still in battle. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to salvage everything. It still says that, so I'm just gonna check everything there, check everything here, check everything here. Just double check real quick. And what I'm hoping for is 2 yellows and hopefully like 2 farming skills. So basically what I'm looking for is yellow. If I don't see any yellow, then I'm gonna salvage it all. Typically I have to salvage twice because I could have sworn this was 98 before. Don't know why that's higher now. I do have 8 items. So I actually did not take a look at what I had first. So let's just go back. We are at 1.6 million Kuiper, and then we're at 281 gold. So let's go and see how much we get for this one right here. So let's just go head back in. I roll in here, head to A, teleport to C, and then just kind of circle around. The one thing I noticed is that even if you leave all of this on the ground, it's not gonna go into your lost inventory or lost and found, because we did not complete the mission. I think that's how it works, but unless you complete the mission, then it won't. All of these drops won't go into your lost. Unless that's not the case, I'm not too sure, but I haven't noticed them going into my inventory. So I assume if we completed the mission, then it would end up there. So we're just gonna keep continuing, cover the entire area. Let's maybe make a quick circle. Oh, I forgot to wait for the... There they are. They are spawning right now. Fortunately, I didn't run out of mana. Sometimes I'll run out of mana if I'm not paying attention, because there is quite a gap between when they start spawning and just like that, and basically running out of mana pretty quickly. So what I'm gonna do is let's go ahead and make one big circle around. Do this. Take a look. But yeah, so basically I'm covering the entire area. Go back in. Kind of close. Doesn't matter too much if we end up failing it, because we'll just restart it. It's not too hard to destroy all of these with the water. I do have quite a lot of crit. Like I'm critting for like 80,000 right there. Let's see what else we're gonna. I see it's consistently 80,000. Yep, 80,653. So with my build, that's how much damage I'm doing with the water. So basically, I'm just keeping everything wet. Keep everything wet. Basically, like 1 to 2 shots everything. But this is currently the fastest. As of now, I am recording this on July 20th. I am going on holiday next week, so I won't be able to record. So I'm pre-recording a lot of this. So I know there's a pre-patch coming up, so this might end up being irrelevant once it releases. And yeah, it is what it is. So let's keep going. 34 seconds. See where we end up. We could also sell all these items, but you honestly don't get a lot of money for selling these. It is really not worth it. I think you're better off just salvaging everything. I have went through a phase where I would sell everything just because I was in desperate need of gold, because I couldn't upgrade anything or enhance anything, because I did farm Kuiper with a friend, so he did get us like 1,000,000 gold in an hour right before patch. But I couldn't use any of it. I'm still using it right now. Plus I'm getting quite a bit from this one. So let's go on up here. Let's go hide for a second and let's see how much gold and how much Kuiper we got. So we are at 1.6. I don't know how much Kuiper we got. Maybe 20. I honestly don't know. But we were at 200 gold. 200,000 gold before. Now we're at 537. So we got probably about 300,000 gold that time. So that's pretty good. Plus we got a ton of modules to dismantle. So we'll end up getting a lot. I think we got maybe 20k Kuiper. I could be wrong. I'd have to go back and look. But yeah, so that's how easy it is to farm this. So I'm just gonna shift click everything here. Shift click everything. Let's just take a quick look. Any gold? Nope, that's a gold. Nope, nothing good. Max shit. Nope. Nope, doesn't look like any of this is worth keeping. Double salvage, because you could only salvage 50 at a time, I guess. But yeah, so that is my Valby Wet Build. Keep entire area wet. It does work on other missions too. I usually keep everything wet for my friends, because we do have 2 bunnies, and this definitely benefits them as well. All right, thanks everyone for watching. Goodbye.